mediums like YouTube and Facebook. And Prabhu also conducts a Japa conference in the early morning at 5 o'clock. So with that, many other temple services, just to mention these two. So with that, we will welcome Prabhu by loudly chanting one time Hare Krishna Maha Mantra. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Thank you, Prabhu. Over to you. Devotees, once again, can you move forward little? And only 2 columns Prabhus will sit, and on right side, Matajis will sit. Thank you, Prabhu.
Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna.
First, thank you for everyone for coming for today's Sunday Feast program. First of all, I would like to thank Satsara Prabhu and Jayasudra Mataji for giving me an opportunity to serve, even though I don't deserve any of those things. But I'll try my level best to satisfy the Gurus and Krishna. Haribol. So, since we are going to do the Bhagavad Gita class, we want to get into the mood of Vrindavan, so we'll sing the Jaya Radha Madha song first. Okay, so. Jaya Radha Madhava Kunja Vihari Jaya Gopi Jana Vallabha Girivaradhari Yashoda Nandana Braja Jana Vanjana Yamuna Tira Vanachari Jaya Radha Madhava Kunja Vihari Jaya Radha Madhava Kunja Vihari Jaya Gopi Jana Vallabha Girivaradhari Jaya Gopi Jana Vallabha Girivaradhari Yashoda Nandana Braja Jana Ranjana Yashoda Nandana Braja Jana Ranjana Yamuna Tira Vanachari Yamuna Tira Vanachari Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna Rama Rama Hare 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 Krishna. Thank you, everyone. So before we begin, we'll make all prayers to our Gurujan. Om Ajnanatimirandasya Jnananjana Shalakaya Chakshurunmitam Mena Tasmai Sri Guruve Namah Vandeham Sri Gurum Sri Yuda Padakamalam Sri Gurum Vaishnavamscha Sri Rubam Sagraha Sagajana Raghunadam Vidam Sam Jivam Savadudam Parijana Sahidam Krishna Chaitanya Devam Sri Radha Krishna Padam Sahagana Raghunada Sri Vishakam Vidamscha He Krishna Karuna Sindhu Deenabandho Jagatpade Gopesha Gopika Kanda Radha Kanda Ramastude Tapta Kanjana Gaurangi Radhe Vrindavaneshwari Vrashabhanu Devi Pranamami Haripriye Vancha Kalpatarubhyasta Kripa Sindhu Evacha Patitanam Pavanebhyo Vaishnavebhyo Namo Namaha Namo Vishnupadaya Krishna Prasthaya Bodhale Srimade Bhakti Vedanta Swamini Namine Namaste Saraswati Devi Gauravani Prajarine Nirvishesha Shunyavadi Paschatya Deshatarine Jai Sri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Sri Advaita Gadadhara Srivasadi Gaura Bhakta Vrinda Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna. So Hare Krishna devotees, thank you once again for coming for the Sunday Feast program. So today we will be discussing from the Bhagavad Gita, second chapter, 40th verse. So those who have, since we are not projecting, so those who have smartphone, please go to Veda base and you can choose the Bhagavad Gita, second chapter, 40th verse. Okay. All right. We'll begin with Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. So, reading from Bhagavad Gita, second chapter, 40th verse. Neha Vikrama Nashosti Pratyavayo na vidyate Swalpamapi yasya dharmasya Trayate mahato bhayad Neha Vikrama Nashosti Pratyavayo na vidyate Swalpamapi yasya dharmasya Trayate mahato bhayat Sneha Vikrama Nashosti Pratyavayo na vidyate Swalpamapi yasya dharmasya Trayate mahato bhayat. So, I would like 3 people to read the verse today. So one from Prabhu side, and one from Mataji, one from kids side. Anybody? Neha Vikrama Nasosti Pratyavayo na vidyate Sarpamavyapsya dharmasya Trayate mahato bhayat. Neha Vikrama Nasosti Pratyavayo na vidyate Salpamapyasya dharmasya Neha Vikrama Nasosti Pratyavayo na vidyate Salpamapyasya dharmasya Trayate mahato. Hare Krishna. Thank you. We'll read the synonyms. Na, there is not. Iha, in this yoga. Abhikrama, in endeavoring. Nashaha, loss. Asti, there is. Prayata, pratyavaya, diminution. Na, never. I can't see. Vidyate, there is. Swalpam api, swalpam, a little. Api, although. Asya, of this. Dharmasya, occupation. Trayate, releases. Mahata, from very great. Bhayat, danger. Translation and purport by His Divine Grace Srila A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Prabhupada. Jai Srila Prabhupada. Translation. In this endeavor, there is no loss or diminution, and a little advancement on this path can protect one from the most dangerous type of fear. Okay. Purport. I would like 3 people to read the paragraph. The first paragraph, you want to read?
Activity in Krishna consciousness, or acting for the benefit of Krishna without expectation of sense gratification, is the highest transcendental quality of work. Even a small beginning of such activity finds no impediment, nor can that small beginning be lost at any stage. Any work begun on the material plane has to be completed. Otherwise, the whole attempt becomes a failure. But any work begun in Krishna consciousness has a permanent effect, even though not finished. The performer of such work is therefore not a loss, even if his work in Krishna consciousness is incomplete. 1% done in Krishna consciousness bears permanent results, so that next beginning is from the point of 2%. Whereas in material activity without 100% success, there is no profit. Ajamila performed his duty in some percentage of Krishna consciousness, but the result he enjoyed at the end was 100%. By the grace of the Lord, there is a nice verse in the connection in this.
Yeah. Another person? Anyone else? There's a nice verse onwards.
There is a nice verse in this connection in Srimad Bhagavatam 1.5.17. Tvaktasva dharmam charanambujam harer bhajanan apakyata patet tayato vadi yatra kva vabradram abduhu samushakim ko vartapto bhajatam swadharmataha. If someone gives up his occupational duties and works in Krishna consciousness and then falls down on account of not completing his work, what loss is there on his part? And what can one gain if one performs his material activities perfectly? Or as the Christians say, what profiteth a man if he gain the whole world yet suffer the loss of his eternal soul?
Okay, someone else can read the last paragraph. You want to read? Yeah, I don't propose.
Material activities and their results end with the body, but work in Krishna consciousness carries a person again to Krishna's consciousness, even though after the loss of the body. At least one is sure to have a chance in the next life of being born again as a human being, either in the family of a great cultured Brahmana or in a rich aristocratic family. That will give one a further chance for elevation. That is the unique quality of work in Krishna consciousness.
Thank you. So, Hare Krishna, once again, welcome back. So, we are going to discuss this verse. Once again, those who have come late, this verse is chapter 2, verse number 40. So, the way we're going to discuss is, we'll discuss the background of this verse first. And this second chapter is titled as The Contents of Gita Summarized. Right? So, it's a very important chapter. And then we'll give a quick summary up to this verse, and then we'll go a little deeper understanding of this verse. That's the way it's organized. So, first of all, I would like to thank Satsara Prabhu and Jai Subhadra Mataji. So, most of the contents are taken from the Bhakti Shastri classes and Bhakti Vaibhava classes and Bhakti Bhushan and some parts from Srila Prabhupada's classes. So, so there are 3 verses, related verses here. I think last week Sarveshri Mataji covered this a little bit. We'll go a little deeper into this one. The 3 verses are the beginning verse before this verse and the verse after. Very important verses. That is verse number 39, 40 and 41. All 3 are very important ones. If we have time, I'll go a little deeper into the verse number 41 as well, depending on how much time we have. So let's first understand the background. Right? This Bhagavad Gita is also known as Gita Upanishad. Is the essence of all Vedic knowledge. And Bhagavad Gita is also should be accepted as told by the person itself. Who is the person who is speaking Bhagavad Gita? Krishna. So as Krishna speaks, we should understand. Right? And there is no modification to it. And Srila Prabhupada has made every effort to make that happen. So why should we read Srila Prabhupada's Bhagavad Gita as it is? Anybody wants to answer? Exactly. Thank you, Mataji. It's coming from disciplic succession. That is the descending order. Many people who have written their commentaries are in the ascending way because there is no connection to Krishna, back to Krishna. So it is coming in a descending order through the disciplic succession. So it is authentic from Krishna to the succession, right? So that from Krishna to Brahma, Brahma to Narada, like that it goes, right? So that's why Srila Prabhupada has written this important purport, commentaries. We should read Bhagavad Gita as it is, right? So this Bhagavad Gita is happening in the middle of a war, right, between 2 parties. So who are the 2 people who are in the war? Yeah? Kauravas and Pandavas. Right, wonderful. So there is actually one more fight happening. Can you all guess what is the other fight that is happening? Wonderful. Inside Arjuna's mind. Thank you, Mataji. So in the mind of Arjuna, there is a conflict happening. So that conflict is what Krishna is trying to resolve, right? And by resolving the conflict, he is educating all of us as well, right? And we can, these are all knowledge for all of us actually, right? So, in Arjuna's mind, there are many problems that are arising, right? There are 4 major problems. So can somebody describe the problem? Anybody? Those? Okay, I'll go over this one. The first problem is compassion for his parents, grandparents, or gurus, and all the relatives. They are going to be killed, right? So he is feeling a compassion. So second problem is, after going for the war, there is no happiness because so many people are going to die, right? So there is no happiness from attempting to go for this war. Then there is the third reason, which is, after killing all these people, there will be sinful reactions, right? All the sins are going to come to him. So that is another fear he has. Then it's the destruction of family tradition, right? So many people are going to become widows, right? So that's not good. So all the family traditions will be broken. Then there's actually a fifth reason, which is the indecision. He's not able to make up his mind because of all these situations that are happening, right? So then all these problems Krishna heard, right? But Krishna immediately chastised Arjuna, right? He was a friend until that time. So you are such a person who cannot take it up, this one. So Krishna actually chastises Arjuna. And after that, Arjuna accepted Krishna as his guru. Okay, the famous verse, Karpan Nedosho Bhadasubhava. So in that verse, Arjuna accepts Krishna as the guru. Till that time, Arjuna was speaking as a friend of Krishna. Right? After that, now it is a guru and the disciple relation. That is the way rest of the Bhagavad Gita is. Right? And so his problem of compassion for his relatives, right? They were due to this bodily conception of life, right? So we all know we are not this body. Krishna initially talks about we are eternal being. You cannot kill anybody, right? You are only killing the body. We are eternal living being. We are spirit soul. We are not this bodies. That is the first education that Krishna gives to Arjuna. So that defeats the first compassion problem he has. So we don't have to lament for the dead people because they are not going to be dead. They are spirit soul. They are alive. So that compassion for others is misplaced right now. So that's the first problem Krishna is solving. So Krishna is actually solving all the problems of Arjuna one by one by going through various yoga processes. So Krishna is describing various yoga systems. By doing each one of them, we can get out of this problems he's facing. So what are the yoga systems Krishna is talking here in this Bhagavad Gita? Karma Yoga, that's the first one. Before Jnana Yoga, Ashtanga Yoga, also known as Dhyana Yoga. Finally, Bhakti Yoga, right? So these are the main yoga systems Krishna is talking about. And so this yoga system is actually a spectrum, right? So it's like we are trying to teach first grade people, first grade math. How do we teach? We start with arithmetics, right? Plus, addition, subtraction, and everything. Then we slowly go into algebra when kids grow up. Then, trigonometry. Then we go much higher, statistics, integration, differentiation, and all those things. Then if you go further up, engineering, engineering mathematics, then you have even more crazy mathematics. It goes on, right? The level goes up. In the same way, Krishna is also teaching the first step, then the next step, the next step, next step, like that. So it's not for everybody. The same thing may not work for everyone. The yoga system in the beginning is for the Karma Kanti session, for people who wants to just enjoy life, but they want to do everything right, but at the same time they want to enjoy the results of all those activities. So that's the first part. So that is the Karma Kanti section. That is also known as Sokama Karma Yoga, right? It's a part of Karma Yoga. So then comes the Nishkama Karma Yoga, when we we remove all this, we dedicate all these results of our activity to Krishna back. We don't take credit for any of these things. That becomes Nishkama Karma Yoga. So that's the Karma Yoga. It's a spectrum. The whole yoga is a spectrum where one ends and the other one starts. So there is no clear demarcation. But there is actually a overlap between the one person may be doing Karma Yoga and Jnana Yoga at the same time. So it's a spectrum of yoga system, right? So now Krishna teaches about in the second chapter, he again teaches about the soul, right? As we said initially, it's all eternal. The soul is eternal. It cannot be killed. Then the next part Krishna teaches is the dehino asmin yadade. That is, your soul is going to take another body at the end of this birth. So it's like changing our clothes, right? We change the clothes every day. So same way, when we die, after death, we take another body. So we take now we are taken the human body. In the next birth, we might take an animal body, or next birth we might take aquatics, or next birth we might take a animal, bird's body, or like that. There are several 8.4 million species of lives are there. So we can take any of these forms, right? So that is the next part Krishna is teaching. Then So as we said, the compassion was defeated by the argument that the body is, we are not this body. The second argument Krishna had was, so there is no enjoyment coming from the results of this war. Okay, so that is basically the happiness. The happiness is based on not based on the body. So when we relate our happiness based on the body, that's why we have this problem. But we know it has to be based on the right action. So dharma. So it should be based on our prescribed duty. So Krishna, as a Kshatriya, his duty was to fight. And if we do our duty, there is no problem. So there is no issue of enjoyment or anything. So that problem is also solved. By doing the duty, we are automatically is going to become happy. That is the message. And so, as I mentioned earlier, the karma, the duty is the karma. And the karma has two parts. One is a sakama karma or nishkama karma. So sakama karma, you do your duty to get good results. Then after getting the good results, what happens? What's that? You enjoy, right? So either you finish enjoying here in this earthly planet, or because you accumulate a lot of karma, good karma, at the end of death, you go back to higher planetary system. You can go to Swargaloka or heavenly planets and enjoy there as well. Once that all the pious activities, all the karma accumulated is exhausted, you have to come back to earthly planet again. So that's the problem with Sakama Karma Yoga, right? Right. So we'll we just, that's not the best choice for us, right? Because we are going to be entangled back into this birth, death, disease, old age, that cycle. So we want to get out of that, right? So that's when we have a somewhat better one is Nishkama Karma Yoga, where whatever we do, we dedicate the results to Krishna. Okay, whatever we are doing is for Krishna's pleasure. Then that becomes karma-free activity. When we have karma-free, then we are acquiring more piety. And that's going to, it's not going to bind us to this material world. Right? Higher than just doing that, the duty is Nishkama Karma Yoga, as we say. So just doing, instead of just doing duty, higher than that is Nishkama Karma Yoga. So when we do Nishkama Karma Yoga, there is one big benefit. There is no sin. So since there is no sin, so Arjuna, if he does this war for the fight, for the pleasure of Krishna, that means there is no sin. So that means there is no sinful reaction, right? So Krishna is giving answer for all his problems. There is no sinful reaction. If you do everything for Krishna, in fact, all our sins are erased. So we should, whatever we are doing, we should, dedicate all those, results to Krishna. So this is something we all can do, right? So this is something, so we are all working, we are all earning. So Krishna is not telling us to stop doing our work, go do sannyas, nothing like that. So Krishna is telling us, do your duty, whatever you're supposed to do your duty. As a parent, you have to take care of the children and wife. As a kid, you have to study in the schools, you have to go up in the ladder. So you have to eventually practice bhakti yoga and make progress in life, right? So these are our typical life, right? Actions in our life. These are our duties. Now there is prescribed duty. Prescribed duty is the one which actually is given by our gurus. So we all need some guru to make progress. We cannot go alone because all our actions will be confusing without the guidance of a guru. So we need a guru. Once we have a guru, guru will tell us based on our psychophysical nature, he's going to give us prescribed duty for us. That is in the form of services, right? So when we do those services, that is our duty. And when we do our duty for the pleasure of Krishna, that becomes sinless. So all our reaction. So then the question might come: what if I had to work? How is it Krishna conscious activity, right? So we can do the work for the pleasure of Krishna. We can always think of Krishna. I'm doing this duty, this work in software, IT industry or medical field, any field you go. Whatever you do, you can dedicate the results of your work to Krishna. I'm doing this to take care of my family and to bring them up in Krishna consciousness. So that way, and you dedicate a portion of your earnings also for Krishna's purpose. You maintain a house as a temple. That makes it Krishna conscious thing. So everything is around Krishna, the center is Krishna, then our activities are going to become Krishna conscious. So, till now, we were speaking, that is till up to 2.39. We were talking about various yoga systems. So Krishna says in 2.39, I have described this knowledge to you through analytical study. Now listen and explain it in terms of working without fruity results. O son of Pritha, when you act in such knowledge, you can free yourself from the bondage of works. So till now, whatever we were discussing is known as Sankhya Yoga. It's the analytical study. So, okay, so we are getting one more terminology here, Sankhya Yoga. So in the Sankhya Yoga, we actually study everything in an analytical way. We study what is the soul, what is what is the nature of the soul, what is the soul supposed to do. All those things are being taught in the analytical study. So so now we are going to talk about Buddhi Yoga. Okay, in this 2.39, so now we are going to study in terms of Buddhi Yoga. So what is Buddhi Yoga? So till now we were seeing all the yogas have two parts basically. One is known as sadhana and other one is sadhya. Okay, sadhana means how to achieve your goal and is through the process called sadhana. So we have how to do this one. If you have a process, how to do this karma yoga portion, there is a process, step-by-step instructions, how to do it. That is sadhana. Then sadhya. Sadhya is the goal. By following the system, we will achieve this goal. Right? So almost all the yoga mentioned has these two components. But Buddhi Yoga doesn't have this. Buddhi Yoga is different. So now what is Buddhi Yoga? Buddhi Yoga is when when we have a desire. So we are all, as a human, once we take a human birth, our aim is to do Atato Brahma Jijnasa. So we have to inquire about the Absolute. So we need to find out who is the Absolute Truth, what is the nature of the Absolute Truth. That should be our inquiry. We should have that inquisitive nature. It has to come from our heart, right? Then once we try to find out who is God and what is his nature, what does he do in his free time? Okay, does he have free time? Is he a person? All those things, those jijnasa, that has to come within us. When we have that inquiry, when it becomes sincere and it is a little mature, Krishna is sitting within our heart and a super soul, right? And Krishna within our heart, guides us. So the Krishna sitting in our heart is known as Chaitya Guru. He's a guru for us, meaning a spiritual master sitting within our heart. He is going to give an external guru. So there are two gurus. One is within and one is without. The external guru is going to be in the form of a person. He's going to guide us in giving this knowledge. So depending on our desire, depending on our nature, Krishna is going to bring a guru in our life, right? So that is the external guru. That guru can be initially a Shiksha Guru or eventually later on a Diksha Guru. Diksha Guru is the one who actually gives the initiation. The Shiksha Guru is the one, we typically have many Shiksha Gurus. Almost everyone has several Shiksha Gurus. And then we'll have a Diksha Guru. Once we understand the process, once we mature a little bit, we decide to go further in the Krishna consciousness path, then we take up the Diksha, and we formally, by taking a Diksha, we formally come into the disciplic succession, right? So then we make vow to follow the lineage from Krishna to Brahma, Narada, and like that through our. So it's like a electric post, right? We have the power station, powerhouse, that's producing electricity, and in order for this bulb to light, we need to connect it to the electric system, grid, right? So this disciplic succession is something like that connection to the grid. Once we are connected, we are all the way we go till the power station where the electricity is produced, and we get the electricity. So that's what is this disciplic succession is, right? Once we have the right disciplic succession, we can make progress. And there are 4 bona fide disciplic successions in our system. So we are following something known as Brahma Gaudiya Madhava Sampradaya. So that's our system. that we are following. So, but anyone can follow any of this bona fide system, and they can all go back to Krishna after end of this life. That's our aim. We want to go back to Krishna. We want to break out of this cycle of birth, death, old age, and disease. That's our objective, right? So, so Krishna actually is giving an intelligence from within our heart, right? When we are sincerely start seeking, that is and Krishna is going to reveal it through our heart. That's the Buddhi Yoga part of it. So, so that Buddhi Yoga is always connected with all the other yoga systems, right? So when, well, I'll come to that a little bit later, but as a practitioner, we had to act in Krishna consciousness in our mind all the time. Our goal is to go back to Krishna, and whatever we do becomes a transcendental activities once we are doing in Krishna consciousness activities. So what is transcendental means? So that which is not touched by the material things, meaning it is beyond this material things. It is the spiritual things. All our activities becomes spiritual. So what we are doing right now here, we are listening to Krishna Katha. That's the transcendental activity. So we are already in the spiritual platform whenever we are discussing these things. So that's the way, if our whole life we practice this way, by end of the birth, naturally we are going to just transcend back to Krishna, right? That should be our objective. So we want to be always Krishna conscious. So, so now, so Buddhi Yoga again means to work in Krishna consciousness in full bliss and knowledge of devotional service. And one who works for the satisfaction of the Lord, then all difficulties goes away. And that Krishna gives the intelligence, tadami buddhi yogam. Yeah. So Krishna actually gives that intelligence from our heart, right? So now buddhi yoga in conjunction with fruitive activities becomes karma yoga. So whatever we do with fruitive activities, that becomes karma yoga. And buddhi yoga in conjunction with analytical study, that becomes jnana yoga. Right? And when buddhi yoga matures and through meditation, and that becomes ashtanga yoga or dhyana yoga. And when buddhi yoga matures even further, and with love and devotion to the Supreme Lord, that becomes pure bhakti yoga. That's what our aim is. We want to reach that stage. Again, as we said earlier, it's a step-by-step process. Many people are confused about what to do, so we all make slow progress. Even though it looks easy, it's not that easy. So with the guidance from a guru, we can make this progress. Because why it is not easy? Because the Maya is going to act everywhere. The Maya is going to pull us. Whenever we approach Krishna, Maya is going to test us. So the Maya is an external energy of Krishna. And her duty is to test our resolute determination, whether are you genuinely interested in going back to Krishna. So it's going to give a lot more tests for us throughout our journey in Krishna consciousness. So we have to be very much determined in order to go back. Now we'll talk about our verse for today, 40th verse. In this, there are two parts to it. First part is, in this endeavor there is no loss or diminution. And what does that mean? If you do a very little small service, it's said like, if you take one step towards Krishna, Krishna takes 100 steps towards you, right? So that's a very good part. So Krishna is going to help us in making progress. Krishna is more eager for us to return back to Krishna Loga than we are in eager. Right? So Krishna, if we sincerely show some progress towards Krishna, Krishna is going to show that. Now, so if we do some percentage of work, so we'll measure our dedication to Krishna in terms of percentage. Say we have done some work, services for Krishna sincerely under the guidance of a guru, or without the guidance of guru also, we make some progress. Actually, there is something known as Ajnada Sukriti. We all come to Krishna consciousness because of Ajnada Sukriti, because somebody at some point in our life, not in this, probably in this birth, in the previous birth, somebody gave us this knowledge. So we did some services for Krishna, and that's how we are making progress. So in this birth, this is the greatest opportunity for us to go back to Krishna, and this human birth is very rare. Okay, Bahunam Janmanam Ante, meaning after many births and deaths, only we are coming to this platform. So we have got this human birth which is very rare, and we have to utilize our this birth for going back to Krishna. That should be our aim. And so for that we need to do services and right Krishna activities, Krishna conscious activities right away. There is no time for delay here, because death can come anytime, right? So there are, Srila Prabhupada keeps saying, in this modern world, the chances of death is much higher, because we are all traveling by cars, airplanes, everything. So the chances of getting into accidents, all those things are very high. So death can come anytime. So there is no time for us. We got to start right now, right? So that should be our determination. We should decide to start practicing Krishna consciousness now, so that we will remember Krishna at the end of our life. Only if we remember at the end of death, at the end of life, at the time of death, then only we are going to go back to Krishna. Whatever be our consciousness at the time of death, that is the state where we are going to go, right? So we have to practice Krishna consciousness right now. That way we will go back. So Srila Prabhupada gives one nice story that is about there is in a deity room, right? So in olden days there is a lamp in front of the deities, and there is oil in that, and the lamp has to be occasionally monitored so that it won't go off, right? So there was a rat in that in the temple room area, and the rat saw this light, and he thought there is something eatable. He tried to grab it. When he tried to grab it, it pushed a little bit the thread, right? That thread pushed up a little bit, so the light became more bright. That is a service to Krishna. Indirectly, this rat got Ajnata Sukriti, right? That Sukriti is carried over to the next birth. So he got a human birth in the next life, right? So that he can continue. This is how the Ajnata Sukriti works. One example Srila Prabhupada gives, right? So if we, like that, in our past lives, somebody must have told us about, hey, chant Hare Krishna. Somebody must have said that. Okay, and we may have chanted Hare Krishna at that time. Our clock started at that point, right? Our percentage started. So the beauty is our percentage is retained. It is not lost. If you do something material activity, after, we may acquired millions of dollars, or we have a huge house and everything, we became something great, became a greatest personality, but after the end of this death, all gone, and we again take a birth of an animal or something, nothing can be taken back, right? Maybe we take another human birth if we are lucky, still we have to start from scratch. So all things are gone. But all the activities that we are done in Krishna consciousness, that is retained, right? So that percentage remains. It's like a bank account, it's a fixed deposit. We can, keep adding more once we are going to the next birth. So that's the beauty. So we should do, there is no loss or diminution. Whatever we can do, little also do it, right? So that's the first part. The next, by the way, we can start at any age. There is no age limit. We should ideally start, right from the birth, the Krishna consciousness activities. But there is, it can start any age, 5, 10, 15, 40, 60, 70. When we are about to die also we can start. But anything that we do, that percentage is added. Now, depending on how much percentage, the next birth and next life comes to us. Meaning, we are going to take the birth based on where we are, right? If we can make sure we are doing 100%, then it is guaranteed that we will go back. So 100% means we are a pure devotee, right? So we want to be in that state. All of us here should aspire to become a pure devotee, right? That should be our aim in this birth itself. So for that, we need to follow the instructions of the gurus and follow it sincerely and just do our sadhanas properly. Everything will be all right. And little advancement on this path can protect one from the most dangerous type of fear. That's the second part. What is the biggest fear everybody has? Death. Death is the most biggest fear. It's like thousands of scorpions biting at the same time. That's the kind of pain we get when we are dying, when the soul is taken out of our body, right? So that's the biggest fear. Nobody wants to die. Even the animals don't want to die, right? They are very scared when they are about to lose their body. Even though you have a body of a hog, okay, which is the most abominable, one of the most abominable animal, still they don't want to leave that body. Why? Because we are attached to our body. This is our body. That's what that attachment is there. So that is the biggest fear we have. But there's a little more to it. This fear is actually a little more deeper than that. That is, if our activities are very bad, we can go back to the lowest among the mankind. I mean, we can degrade in the next birth. We can degrade a lot further. We can go into the most abominable body we can get. So from that place, it is very difficult for us to come up. So we don't want to go into that lower species of life, extreme lower species, so in the Patal Lok. So those things we want to avoid. So that is other fear we have. So, but Krishna is promising here us a little advancement on this path can protect one from the most dangerous type of fear. So this is actually a hope-giving verse, right? This is giving us a hope for all the sadhakas. We all hear that like great personalities are when they leave their body, they're happily living. It's like for them there is no fear. It's like moving to another place. Okay, so we are just moving from this place to another place. Because they are going back to Krishna, right? They are so sure they are going back to Krishna. Their consciousness is filled about Krishna. So there is no fear at all. When you are fearless, you can do almost anything, right? So that's what is the benefit. And Krishna is promising us, right? So we should follow this path. Okay. So there is also another, the big benefit is, so assume that we did only 10% of this, or 50% of this due to various reasons. So this material world is very challenging. We can get distracted. The Maya Devi is going to act. Maya Devi is going to put us into trouble. And because of that, we may get distracted. We may go away from Krishna consciousness due to various reasons. So everybody is going to face different challenges due to our own karma, bad karma from the past lives. We may go back to our old past lives. So if that happens also, then Krishna is again going to give us an opportunity to get a human birth in the next life. So that is the next benefit. So if we are doing something for Krishna sincerely at some point of time, and the next birth, there is a good chance we can take a human birth. We don't have to go through the animal life. We may be in a good aristocratic family or in a Brahmana family. Both are good. Krishna will give us an opportunity to continue from where you left. So that's the beauty. So we want to, it's always a win-win only. So there is no loss at all. So, and another thing is that if we make progress, our relatives also get benefit, right? If we go back to Krishna, so our several generations, so it's 7 generations from before and 7 generations afterwards, they also can go back to Krishna. At least an opportunity is given to them, right? So if you think this is still a good win-win situation. So in the interest of time, we'll go to the next verse also a little bit. This is also a very important verse. It's the verse number 41. Here we say, Vyavasayatmika buddhir. Ekaha kurunantana bhushaka anandascha buddhayo vyavasayayina. So those who are on this path are resolute in this purpose, and their aim is one. Oh beloved child of Gurus, the intelligence of those who are irresolute is many branched. That is the translation. So if you think about this one, Srila Prabhupada, came to America to spread Krishna consciousness. This is the verse that inspired Srila Prabhupada. That is Vyavasayatmika buddhir, meaning with a strong determination, pointed determination, resolute determination. He had that determination to come to America and spread the Krishna consciousness into this Western world. This is what is the determination that we all need in order to make progress, right? So this progress, in order to have that determination, we need to have the intelligence. This is Vyavasayatmika buddhir. So this intelligence has multiple components. That is, so we need to have a strong faith in order to get Krishna consciousness. So intelligence has 2 parts actually. The first part is the ability to analyze things and everything. So we will understand what is Krishna consciousness, what we had to do, all those things. We can go by this Krishna consciousness. We all hear various lectures. We all learn from this Shastras. So we'll all understand everything. So we get the intelligence, this is the right thing. Still, we may not be able to do the activities. So the right intelligence is that the second part, which is that resolute determination. And that resolute determination only comes by 3 things. We need Guru's blessing. We need to have a Guru's blessing. From the Guru only we have, through the guidance of Guru only we can get that determination, strong determination. Then the next part is the Shastras. From the Shastra, from the scriptures, we learn, we understand this more clearly, and the clarity comes to us, right? So there is a third part. That is the inspiration. So the strength, we'll get that strength only by sadhana, doing the sadhana. So once we do all these things properly, then we'll have the strong intelligence. With the strong intelligence, we can make real progress in Krishna consciousness. So in summary, in summary, so this is the great hope-giving verse for us, right? And if we practice with strong determination, Krishna, and with sincerity, we can go back to Krishna by end of this birth itself. So with that, I conclude. If I made any mistakes, please forgive me. It's all my ignorance. Hare Krishna.
Thank you, Prabhu, for the class. Devotees, if you have any questions or comments, or if you have any reflections to share, please raise your hand in the temple room as well as online. Yeah.
Thank you, Prabhuji.
Hare Krishna.
Very nice class. My comment is that you very nicely explained the yoga ladder. Beautifully explained. It is so easy to understand, and for it was very nice. And another thing was that you gave an example of a rat. The rat, how he lifts the wick of the lamp a little bit up, but unknowingly, and that brightens everything, the whole temple. And with that, his soul also gets brightened to get another birth as a human being. Hare Krishna, Prabhuji.
Hare Krishna.
Very good one.
Thank you. I have just repeated the verses, the teachings of our gurus, Shishya Gurus, and Srila Prabhupada. That example is coming from Srila Prabhupada himself. So I just repeated that. Hare Krishna. Anybody has any comments or thoughts? Hare Krishna.
Thank you.
Hare Krishna.
I don't come very often, but I'm glad I'm here. One of the things that I got from your lecture is Shiksha Guru and Diksha Guru. So I am kind of feeling like I'm in search for a Diksha Guru.
Haribol. That's a good thing.
But I didn't have a clarity, the difference, the Shiksha Guru. And I follow Art of Living and I practice all those things. But somehow the connection of Diksha and the Guru is something I'm probably looking for. But the way you explained it, that's the difference between, there is a Shiksha Guru and Diksha Guru was very informative, and thank you.
Right. Thank you. You are in the right place, Mataji. Haribol. So basically, the Shiksha Guru, we have several Shiksha Gurus actually in our life. I'll tell you the story of, Bilbamangala Thakur. Srila Prabhupada always quotes this one. So there was Bilbamangala Thakur was a famous poet from southern India, right? So he was a great person, but all of a sudden he got attracted to a prostitute, and he started visiting this prostitute all the time, and he couldn't live without her. Okay, and he would take anything to go to her. One day, somebody died, and his wife, I believe, I forgot, but somebody died, and he still went to this prostitute's house in a heavy rain, in the lightning, everything happening, still went to this Chintamani. Her name is Chintamani. And Chintamani was surprised to see him, and told him, if at all you had some desire for Krishna, the way you love me, you would have been great. At that time, it struck him. Okay, so then he got the right intelligence, right knowledge. He followed the path of devotion. But Bilbamangala Thakur at that time got that knowledge from Chintamani. So he is considering her as the Guru. So that's a form of Shiksha Guru. Shiksha Guru is one who actually gives you the knowledge to begin our Krishna conscious process and eventually start guiding us throughout. Actually, more than the Diksha Guru, it is always going to be the Shiksha Guru who is going to help us. because we all always need a living guru. So there is another conception people have, I can have Srila Prabhupada as the guru. Srila Prabhupada is no more, but we need to have a living guru who always guide. But of course, Srila Prabhupada is the Parampuja guru for us, but we always need a living guru. And most often, our Diksha guru, the one who giving initiation to us, who gives the spiritual name to us, the one who will take us back to Krishna, that person is going to be always busy. He's not going to be able to come and guide us on a day-to-day basis. So we always need a Shiksha Guru. So every day for regular activities, right? So Jayasutra Mataji, you want to add anything to that? Okay, all right, okay. Hare Krishna. Is that okay, Mataji? Okay, here you go. Okay, there's some question in the back.
Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna.
Thank you. I feel like you've transmitted wisdom to me and
Hare
probably
Bol.
others at the room. Thank
By
you.
Krishna's mercy. Hare Bol.
You mentioned the spiritual bank account.
Okay.
Is there a certain balance we need in the end of life to remember this life after we die?
Right. We need 100% actually. Okay. So that is the ideal goal. Our goal should be to go get 100%. In this birth because there is an urgency, right? Because we don't want to come back to this world again and suffer through this birth, death, old age, disease. All these are very bad thing. I mean, it's a suffering. If you ask a very youngster, he will say, I have no suffering. But actually they are all suffering. They are not realizing the birth itself is such a painful task for the mother as well as the child. Then till they come to certain age, it's full of diseases, okay? And then after some time, we again go back to, a stage of sickness all the time. So this world is full of suffering. There is the time to start Krishna consciousness process is right now, actually. There is no delay. So the moment you start, that bank balance is starting, right? So we'll just make that progress right away.
Thank you.
Haribu. Thank you for the nice question. Okay.
Any other questions? I think that's all. Okay. Thanks a lot,
Hare
Prabhu,
Krishna.
for the wonderful lecture. How the devotional service is so important and it should be an objective of the life. Thank you for the class. Devotees, we will moving on to the next part of our program is Arati. Please rise at your places. Today Pujari's service is done by Sarveshri Mataji and Arati Kirtan by Radha Damodar Prabhu. Sit down.
Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. Start.
विष्णुपदाय कृष्णप्रस्थाय भूतले श्रीमते भक्तिवेदान्तस्वामिन् इति नामिने।
विष्णुपदाय कृष्णप्रस्थाय भूतले श्रीमते भक्तिवेदान्तस्वामी इति नामिने।
नमस्ते सरस्वती देवे गौरवाणी प्रचारिणे निर्विशेषा शून्यवादी पाश्चात्यादेशतारिणे।
नमस्ते सरस्वती देवे गौरवाणी प्रचारिणे निर्विशेषा शून्यवादी पाश्चात्यादेशतारिणे।
जय श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंदा श्री अद्वैता गदाधर श्रीवासादि गौरभक्तवृंदा।
जय श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंदा श्री अद्वैता गदाधर श्रीवासादि गौरभक्तवृंदा।
जय श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंदा श्री अद्वैता गदाधर श्रीवासादि गौरभक्तवृंदा।
जय श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंदा श्री अद्वैता गदाधर भक्तवृंदा।
जय श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंदा श्री अद्वैता गदाधर श्रीवासादि गौरभक्तवृंदा।
जय श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंदा श्री अद्वैता गदाधर श्रीवासादि गौरभक्तवृंदा।
कृष्ण कृष्ण हरे 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 राम 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 हरे हरे।
हरे कृष्णा 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे हरे।
हरे कृष्णा Krishna Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare,
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama Hare Hare. Hare Krishna,
Krishna Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna, Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama Hare Hare. Hare Krishna,
Krishna Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna, Krishna
Krishna
Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama Hare Hare.
Haraya Namah Krishna Yadavaya Namaha, Haraya
Namah Krishna Yadavaya Namaha,
Yadavaya Madhavaya Keshavaya Namaha,
Yadavaya Madhavaya Keshavaya Namaha.
Gopal Govindaram Sri Madhusudana,
Gopal Govinda Ram Shri Madhusudana,
Girivara Gopinath Madana Mohana,
Giridhari Gopinath Madana Mohana.
Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Ram 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 Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Ram 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 Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Ram 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 Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare. What?
Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Ram 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 Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Ram Ram Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Ram 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 Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Ram Ram Hare Hare.
Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare. Hare Krishna
Krishna Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare. Hare
Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare
Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare
Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare
Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare
Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare
Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare
Hare Hare Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare
Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare
Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare
Jaya Prabhupada Jaya Prabhupada Jaya Prabhupada Jaya Prabhupada Jaya
Prabhupada Jaya Prabhupada Jaya Prabhupada Jaya Prabhupada
Jaya Guru Deva Jaya Guru Deva Jaya Guru Deva Jaya Guru Deva
Jaya Guru Deva Jaya Guru Deva Jaya Guru Deva Jaya Guru Deva
Jaya Radha Madhavi Jaya Radha Madhura Jaya Radha Madhavi Jaya Radha Madhavi Jaya Jaya Prabhupada Prabhupada Jaya Jaya Prabhupada
Jaya Jaya Prabhupada Jaya Jaya Prabhupada
Jaya Jaya Gurudev Gurudev Jaya Jaya Gurudev
Jaya Jaya Gurudev Jaya Jaya Gurudev
Nitai Gora Hari Bol
Hari Bol
Hari Bol
Hari Bol
Hari Bol Nitai Gora Hari Bol
Nitai Gaura Hari Bol Hari Bol Hari Bol Nitai Gaura Hari Bol
जय ओम विष्णुपाद परमहंस परिव्राज का आचार्य अष्टोत्तर शत श्री श्रीमती ऐसी भक्ति वेदांत स्वामी महाराज प्रभुपाद की जय ओम विष्णुपाद परमहंस परिव्राज का आचार्य अष्टोत्तर शत श्री श्रीमद भक्ति सिद्धांत सरस्वती गोस्वामी महाराज प्रभुपाद की अनंत कोटि वैष्णव वृंद की नामाचार्य श्री हरिदास ठाकुर की जय इस्कॉन फाउंडर आचार्य श्री प्रभुपाद की जय प्रेम से कहो श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर श्रीवास आदि गौर भक्त वृंद की जय श्री श्री राधा कृष्ण गोप गोपीनाथ श्याम कुंड राधा कुंड गिरि गोवर्धन की जय श्री वृंदावन धाम की जय श्री मायापुरी धाम की जय, श्री जगन्नाथपुरी धाम की जय, गंगा मई यमुना मई की जय, भक्ति देवी तुलसी देवी की जय, श्री हरिनाम संकीर्तन की जय, बृहद मृदंगा की जय. All glories to assembled devotees. All glories to assembled devotees. All glories to assembled devotees. All glories to Sri Guru and Sri Gauranga. All glories to Srila Prabhupada. Srila Prabhupada की जय.
नामस्ते नरसिंहाय
नमस्ते नरसिंहाय
प्रह्लादलाय दायिने
प्रह्लादलायदायिने
हिरण्यकशिपुर्वक्षः
हिरण्यकशिपुर्वक्षः
तिलकङ्कानकालाये
शीलटङ्कानकालाये
इतो नरसिंहो परतो नरसिंहो
इतो नरसिंहो परतो नरसिंहो
यतो यतो यामि ततो नरसिंहो
यतो यतो यामि ततो नरसिंहो
बाहिर्नरसिंहो हृदये नरसिंहो
बाहिर्नरसिंहो हृदये नरसिंहो
नरसिंहमतिं शरणं प्रपते
नरसिंहमतिं शरणं प्रपद्ये
तव करकमलवरे नखा अद्भुतशृङ्गा दलिता हिरण्यकशिपु तनुभृङ्गम् केशवतीर्था नरहरिरूपा जय जगदीश हरे जय जगदीश हरे जय जगदीश हरे
तव कर कमलवरे नखाम् अद्भुत शृङ्गाम् दलिता हिरण्यकशिपु तनुभृङ्गाम् केशवधृता नरहरिरूपा जय जगदीश हरे जय जगदीश हरे जय जगदीश हरे
केशवतीर्था नरहरिरूपा जय जगदीश हरे जय जगदीश हरे जय जगदीश हरे
केशवधृता नरहरिरूपा जय जगदीश हरे जय जगदीश हरे जय जगदीश हरे
जय नरसिंहदेव जय नरसिंहदेव जय नरसिंहदेव जय नरसिंहदेव
जय नरसिंहदेव 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 जय नरसिंहदेव
जय प्रह्लाद महाराज जय प्रह्लाद महाराज जय प्रह्लाद महाराज जय प्रह्लाद महाराज
जय प्रह्लाद महाराज जय प्रह्लाद महाराज जय प्रह्लाद महाराज जय प्रह्लाद महाराज
जय जय प्रभुपाद
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 प्रभुपाद जय जय प्रभुपाद
जय जय प्रभुपाद 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 जय जय प्रभुपाद
निताय गौर हरि बोल
हरि बोल
हरि बोल
हरि बोल
हरि बोल निताय गौर हरि बोल
निताय गौर हरि बोल हरि बोल हरि बोल निताय गौर हरि बोल
की जय। गुरु महाराज की जय, श्रील प्रभुपाद की जय।
Thank you, Radha Damodar Prabhu, for the Arati Kirtan. Thank you, Hitesh Prabhu, for supporting. Thank you, Sarveshri Mataji, for the Pujari service. Today's announcements.